Well, sexual assault accusations are being made against Mohamed Al Fayed, the former boss of London department store Harrods. CTV's Judy Trin joins us live from London with the latest on this. Some big breaking news. What are we learning so far?
Hi, Jamie. We are learning that there are at least 37 survivors who have come forward, and they are joining forces to take legal action against Harrods, to hold Harrods accountable for what the legal team says is corporate and systemic responsibility for putting in place the structures, as well as the complicit and collaborators who were able to bring young women into the circle of Mohamed Al Fayed and allow him to take advantage of them. These allegations involve sexual abuse, they involve sexual harassment, attempted sexual assault, and rape. Jamie, this is a very difficult conversation, which might prove disturbing for some of our viewers, so I just want to flag that right away. But what we are hearing today is that these women, when they became victims of Mohamed Al Fayed, were as young as 15 years old. They were applying for their first job to work at the prestigious Harrods department store, which Fayed owned between 1995 and 2010. Some of them were isolated and asked to work within his private office, so taken off the shop floor, where they were put even in more danger. And Jamie, when we talk about the systemic structures that allowed this to happen, what the lawyers are saying is that these women were under surveillance. They knew that their phones were being tapped. They knew that they could not talk to each other because they were under video surveillance. Security guards would tell them, would implicitly threaten something could happen to them, since there were young women living far away from home. And Jamie, the other thing that we learned is that the lawyers are treating each case as an individual lawsuit. It is not a class action lawsuit. They believe that each woman deserves to have their story heard in court, and basically they're going to fight each individual case on its own merits, not in a class action, Jamie.
You know, part of some of the conversation that we're hearing right now over there is that this particular incident is almost going to be being compared to the Jimmy Savile case, where in that particular case, the institutions, many people say that they knew that this behavior was going on. I'm curious, what's been the reaction from the public and also from Harrods? Are we hearing anything from Harrod or the Al Fayed family?
Right. So basically what Harrods has said, so Harrods was purchased by a Saudi conglomerate. They purchased it from Mohamed Al Fayed. So what this department store, what Harrods has said officially, is that they did not know about these allegations until 2023, basically after Mohamed Al Fayed died. He died last year at the age of 94. But the lawyers basically said that's impossible, because as early as 1995, they were already reporting. They point to a Vanity Fair article in which they talked about invasive gynecological tests that employees were being asked to endure in order to get hired. So that is something that we are hearing, that these young women were basically hired and given these medical tests, not to check, not to give them their health, but basically their sexual health and quote-unquote cleanliness, in order to be in the circle of Mohamed Al Fayed, for him to take advantage of, to assault, and to abuse.
CTV's Judy Trin live from London with the latest on this breaking news story. We appreciate the update.